Oh, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabriel, coming at you straight from Queens, New York. And in this video we are going to talk a little bit more about the Aaron Danielson shooting. This is probably going to be my last video on this subject because we have, beyond a shadow of a doubt, definitive proof that the shooter, Michael Reinoehl, or Reinoehl, was not acting in self-defense, as he claimed in his Vice News interview. Alright, what I have here, I have pulled up, I'm going to put it on the screen shortly, is the warrant that the police issued, or that was used for the cops to go and try to arrest him. As we all know, Michael Reinoehl got into a shootout with police. Now, you know, if you shoot at cops, they get to shoot back, and the cops hit. He didn't. He's dead. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. So what I have here is the warrant, the arrest warrant for Michael Reinoehl. We have here a couple of pictures that I'm going to go through in the room. I'm not going to be reading everything. I'm just going to go through the pictures mostly. This is a picture of the of the video that we all saw. Right here, you can see is Michael. Right there is just the guy that was passing by, or maybe not. Who knows? Conspiracy theories are abound. And then back here in the background, you can see Danielson, as you know, it shows. So anyways, let's keep moving here. This is right here, right after the shooting. All right, so this is a picture from a different time in the day, where it has a clearer picture of Reinoehl. And then we keep moving here, and this is more just to confirm that this was him. I mean, in the Vice interview, he says it was him, right? He says it. Yeah, he claims that he did it. All right, he admits that he did it. Okay, so let's keep going here. Another indicator that this was the guy is that very prominent Black Lives Matter tattoo on his neck. Again, let's not forget, Michael himself proclaimed proudly that he is 100% Antifa, and he has a Black Lives Matter tattoo on his neck. All right, this is alluding to that video that I said I'm going to do, and it's still in the works, that BLM and Antifa are one and the same. All right, different name, same fucking wolf. All right, but let's keep going here. Let's look at the picture, and we come here to the first interesting picture that, all right, destroys any claims of self-defense, any claims of he was just defending himself. Nah, all of you, there was so many commenters, Antifa and BLM commenters, on that video that I made earlier, that were saying Danielson was going around macing people. Huh? All right, look, see here. Okay, we're going to read a little bit. At 8:44 p.m., Reinoehl, right? Reinoehl is the shooter, the killer, is at the northeast corner of the intersection, waiting to cross southbound on Southwest 3rd Avenue. 11 seconds later, Reinoehl crosses Southwest Alder with a white female in a white t-shirt and shorts. Reinoehl and the female are staring east down. Subject number 2 and another white female are following behind. Alright, so this is telling us about this group right here. Reinoehl turns into the garage right here. This is the garage, and reaches towards his left front waist area and conceals himself and waits and watches as Danielson and Pappas, as pictured here, Danielson and Pappas, right? This is right? Look, this is what he's doing. You see, this is what he's doing. You see, him and his people went out that night to look for Trump supporters. All right, they noticed that this guy was wearing a Patriot Prayer hat, and they decided that these was the guys. All right, they weren't out specifically looking for Danielson. They didn't care who it was, so long as it was somebody that was on the right, that was not Antifa or BLM, right? Okay, so look, Papas, which is the leader or one of the leaders of Patriot Prayer, and Danielson continue to walk by. They're not interacting with anybody. They're literally walking down the street. Here is the photo evidence that these guys were just walking down the street. All right, and you look, he's already, what did I say in my previous video? He's already, it's all you need to do is just a little bit of common sense. He was already having his gun in his hand. This is exactly, is holding, okay, so what's his name? Danielson is holding a stick and his pepper spray in his hand, and we see Reinoehl here already with, he's ready. He has his hand on his weapon. All right. After the two guys pass by, Reinoehl begins to emerge from the garage, still hand on what we now know is in fact the gun, right? Hand in gun. He looks at subject number 2, back towards Reinoehl. Danielson and Papas across, and subject and number 2, Reinoehl and subject number 2 follows them. The shooting occurs shortly thereafter. So this is what I was saying in the very first. It was obvious. It was obvious. You cannot deny. All right, and this is the last picture here showing them running away from the shooting, which we also saw on the video. They went after them. Definitive proof. Okay, it was obvious to see that from the video, but people deranged in their heads were trying to make up some bullshit. It was self-defense story, and it wasn't no self-defense. The two dudes were literally walking down the street. They weren't even talking to them. They weren't looking at them. They were just walking by. And then these guys and him and his buddy decided to single them out. That's what happened. Literally, he was stalking them. He was literally stalking them. He pulled out. They made eye contact. They knew what they were going to do. They didn't have to verbally communicate. They didn't have to say anything, because they already, it was planned. It was premeditated. Okay? And then the shooting happened. This is he is caught dead to rights. All right? Why did he get in a shootout with the cops? Because he knew he was guilty. Why was he running and hiding in the first place? If it was a self-defense shooting, why was he running and hiding? Because he knew that it wasn't self-defense, that he in fact murdered Danielson in cold blood. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. This guy is an advocate for BLM. He is an advocate for Antifa. He is a member of both. All right, this is the whole warrant right here. You can see it. You can see why the judge signed off on it. Because yes, it's obvious. All you need to do is look and think. So many commenters. Oh my gosh, so many. Portland Antifa / BLM is a terrorist organization. Period. You have extremists that you're not willing to call out. You have rioters, looters, shooters, arsonists murderers amongst your ranks and you defend them. So yes, you are a terrorist organization. And I dare you to try and prove me wrong. Unbelievable. It's so easy to see. It was so easy to see this whole time. And people were just blinded by their own ridiculous loyalty. How can you defend somebody murdering somebody in cold blood? Dude was just walking down the street, man. And you got this deranged dude. Alright? This guy who, according to his own sister, stole his mother's seizure medication. For what, I wonder? Tick, 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 let's see. To do drugs. To get his next hit. To get high. He stole his mom's seizure medication to get high. He's been put in jail. He has a rap sheet for illegal possession of various drugs and of illegal ownership of guns. This guy was crazy. In his I'm not gonna play it here. You can go watch it. Vice News has an interview with him. He's saying that he was surrounded. He's saying that he was surrounded by a bunch of Trump supporters. Excuse me? Where the hell, in the entire couple-minute long video of him killing Danielson, were there trucks of Trump supporters? This guy was deranged. This guy was a murderer. This guy was a liar. And Antifa / BLM loves him. But yeah, you want to pretend like you're the good guys. Anyways, that's all I got to say about this. Michael Forrest Reinoehl, you lived like a criminal, you died like a criminal. What can I say? That's all. I'm done.